Las Vegas-born artist Manika is a natural performer.
I just always loved music. I was like really shy growing up, and that was like the one place when I was performing where I felt like most myself and not shy. And it's funny, everyone like ever since like preschool would be like, "Oh my God, is that your daughter?" Because she like won't even like talk to me, but then on stage she's like out there dancing and singing.
She has a hefty resume. Protégé of Michael Jackson's manager, Frank DeLeo, charting singles with artists including Tyga and Little Mix, and is host of TLC's Global Beauty Master Student Edition and Manika's Love Line. And she's making the time to connect with her audience after spending a year in the studio.
I just like love talking to my fans, and actually they're the ones who encouraged me to do a music video for How Can I Love. I actually wasn't even going to do a music video for it, and just so many of them were writing in saying how much they related to it and how it's made them feel so much better, and that's why I decided to do a music video and also include them in the music video.
That's on this week's episode of Gritty Birds. This is Gritty Birds, an X-Ray FM radio show and podcast all about the grit behind successful artists and creatives. 107.1, 91.1 Portland, Oregon, 99.9 Vancouver, Washington, and you can find me on all major podcast networks. My name is Jeni Wren Stottrup, an artist and producer on the search of a new artist story every week. Manika got her first big break as a teenager with Michael Jackson manager Frank DeLeo.
I was just actually, doing music on my own as best I could. I performed in the National Performing Arts Festival through my school in New York City, and I won Most Outstanding Performance for, I believe it was like 3 years in a row. So that, and also I was posting some of my music and videos online. Those are, both of those like caught Frank DeLeo's attention. And then he flew down to Las Vegas to meet me and told me he wanted to take me under his wing and manage me.
The relationship opened doors, including the opportunity to tour with One Direction.
Oh yeah, the One Direction tour was awesome. I'd done some other like one-off shows. Mostly been doing that. Like for instance, I performed at Hakkasan nightclub, I performed at Light nightclub, and at the Wine Amplified Music Festival in Las Vegas MGM. So yeah, just whenever. A lot of times it's like last minute. Like for instance, the whole One Direction tour was just like 2 weeks before it was set up.
With well over 1 million followers, she has the resources to be able to play with different setups for her tours.
It definitely depends on the tour and the performance. Like sometimes for like radio tours, it's just me and a guitar, maybe an acoustic drummer. Other times it's like me and a band. Really, I have several different types of shows for different types of occasions.
Aside from stages with One Direction and radio tours, she's also done major productions, including a show at MGM Grand.
But that one was really a lot of fun. That was probably the biggest production show I did, since it had like fire dancers, it had like a giant snake on stage, it had pole dancers, stilt walkers. So that was really fun.
How do you even pull together that? I mean, you must have a pretty great team to be able to build that.
Yeah, definitely. That was the stage creative and choreographer was Missy Conkran. I've worked with her in Las Vegas a bunch on my music videos, and she's awesome. Like we kind of came up together with this concept of it's Manika's Vegas Party, which includes like all this cool stuff. Since one of my singles is called Vegas Party.
Welcome to poppin' bottle champagne, flashing lights so blinded. Drinking so much you're so hungover, you just keep on drinking. Ladies in the pool in bikini shots, shaking your thing on the dance floor shots. It's 4 a.m. and it's not club, we still here and we still doing shots. Let me show you where I'm from, I'm crazy but I place when no one's late. Let me show you where I'm from, baby can have some fun with me, fun with me, fun with me. Baby can have some fun with me, fun with me, fun with me, fun with me. Let me show you how
That was Vegas Party by Manika. Over the last year, Manika has been holed up in her studio creating new music.
Where my writing curve really grew is I was able to have my own studio in Las Vegas, and one of the producers I worked with a lot in LA actually moved out to Las Vegas to work with me full time. So we were co-producing the songs together, and I was songwriting them for about like a year straight. That was everything we did, and got close to like 100 songs from that year that are completely finished.
To help make this possible, they flew out producer Mark Kurarinkin, a London, LA-based artist, to spend nearly a year with Manika. Then they renovated an old house.
My studio setup, it was a house, and we converted it into a studio. And which is nice because it also has, like, when you're in the studio all day, every day for like weeks at a time, you want to have a place to go and like relax and watch TV and like eat and take a nap if you want to. So we have all those areas. And then we also have like a room where we store like a bunch of instruments like drums and guitars and a bass. And then we have the recording room, which has the mic, obviously, headphones. The room next to it is where the computer is with the all the like systems built into it to produce music, mix it, and like to connect the mic.
What she walked away with was a year's worth of growth in her songwriting.
It was like a huge difference, just like that 1 year learning curve I had, because that was like the longest I'd ever been like in the studio every day, just like for a year. So that was like a huge learning curve. And there's such a like big difference I can tell when I like study my older stuff compared to that type of stuff. And also the stuff I'd done before that, which was like, before that was like My Way was like the last song I released before that. I also co-wrote, so, it was also us, the other writers relying off each other, like me relying off them relying off me. But for the newer stuff, it's mostly, me just songwriting the whole thing, and then also bouncing ideas off the awesome co-producer I work with. But so it's really like, a difference when it's like you do like every single note and every single lyric from start to finish, and the concept of the track and everything, and you really see it from start to finish, step by step. Once I have like a finished or like a close to finished product, like a rough mix, and just listening to it like over and over once you first get it, and it's just cool because like you remember how it was just like an idea and how it got to there, and you just remember the whole story. Like, for instance, if you had like a hiccup in the studio, you remember, oh yeah, that one line I could not get, I had to do it like 50 times. And then other parts you were like, that's so crazy, I did that whole verse in one take. So it's just fun to like look back and remember how the whole process of making the song was.
Please don't leave me. It's not that simple. Leave me. Well, I just can't let you go. I just can't let you go. Started out as a typical day. Turned on the radio. They were playing our song, and it felt so surreal. 'Cause now I just keep thinking about soon you'll be leaving town. Yeah, I'm a big girl, but these butterflies are real. Wish I could make you stay.
That was Just Can't Let You Go from Manika's 2013 release, Double Album. Manika's songs are catchy, along with her effervescent attitude, and it's something that's led her to a lot of opportunities, including hosting.
Definitely love hosting, like Manika's Love Line, my radio show.
What is it about hosting that you really love?
I just love hosting. especially really it has to do with what I'm hosting. And whenever I'm hosting something, I try to host something that's like creative. So it's just amazing. Like, for instance, on Global Beauty Masters, being able to see these beautiful creations before me and stuff that you would like never see in real everyday life. So yeah, I just love it, especially when it's a great show.
On television, she was most recently the host of Global Beauty Masters Student Edition, but she has some other things in the pipeline.
Yeah, it had 2 seasons on, it was on TLC and Discovery, and now there's going to be actually a new show I'm hosting coming up.
Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, I can't talk about the new show yet, but
Right.
I can talk about Global Beauty Masters some. It was an international hair, nail, makeup, and wardrobe competition, and I hosted the student segment. So basically, they're beauty schools from across the world competing in the best hair, nail, makeup, and wardrobe.
She also has a weekly radio show called Manika's Love Line, where she interviews celebrities and talks to them about their love lives.
Basically, I have a different celebrity guest on the show. Each episode is a different person, and we talk about what's going on with them. We talk about their love life, and then fans get to ask love questions about their personal love life. And then we also go through and take in love advice questions from fans too. So they tell us what's going on in their love life, the fans' love life, and what they want us to help them out or give them advice on.
Manika is currently focused on her own life, but has sometimes found that the challenges of dating somebody who's also in the industry can be hard.
Yeah, definitely. Like, the thing that like sucks like a lot is if you like date someone like who's also like a singer or entertainer, like your schedule is just like you like hardly ever get to see each other because like, you know, they're touring and then you're touring, then you're filming this TV show, then they're doing something. So it's pretty difficult. A lot of times I don't know, a lot of times it like makes more sense if like one person is the one who's traveling all the time and the other person has like a home base. Then you'll actually see each other more, you know?
One area that she has a strong relationship is with her fans. She has an app called the Manika app, which allows for artists to get exclusives, including exclusive music that you can't find on places like iTunes.
Well, EscapeX approached me. They're the company who does the app with me, and they were showing me some of the other artists who had apps with them, and it just looked like really awesome, like really hands-on way to really communicate with your fans. And the cool thing about it is like everything's in one place, because I know it can get like kind of annoying or like, okay, let me go to Instagram and check that out. Okay, now I have to go to Facebook and see what she posted there. Now let me look on Twitter. In the app, you have like all my social medias in one place, so you can just look at them all at once versus having to log on to different accounts. I'm able to like talk to a lot more fans on the app because I actually like see their comments. And there's ways for them to make it, if they really want me to see a certain comment, post it to the top of my feed. So
They've also been a source of inspiration, something she experienced with her latest single, How Can I Love?
And I think it really resonated with other people too, since that one charted higher than all my others. It got number 7 on Billboard single sales. And it was actually like crazy. And then it got like 8 million plays on Pandora. And we were actually expecting, you know, the single before that I just released with Tyga, that got like a few million listens on Pandora. We were expecting that one to do better because, you know, it had Tyga on it. But then this one actually like did way better than that one, I guess just because just the content really resonated with so many people.
What was the inspiration behind the song?
Really, so many people, including people I'm close with, at times myself, and so many of my fans have gone through times of unhappiness, self-consciousness, or depression. And really, I've like seen it so much. And, you know, at times I've gone through it and people feel like they're so alone and they feel like no one understands and they feel like they're like a weirdo for feeling like that, when really so many people feel like that too. They're just put on a fake smile so no one knows. So really just wanted to let people know that they're not alone and it's okay to not feel okay sometimes.
When it came time to make the music video, with the encouragement of her fans, she actually included them in the video itself.
I just like love talking to my fans, and actually they're the ones who encouraged me to do a music video for How Can I Love. I actually wasn't even going to do a music video for it, and just so many of them were writing in saying how much they related to it and how it's made them feel so much better, and that's why I decided to do a music video and also include them in the music video. I DM'd like 1,000 random fans on Twitter and told them about the project, and they could submit videos. And from that, I chose the ones that I felt fit best with the music video. Yeah.
The process itself turned out to be incredibly inspiring for Manika.
Yeah, I loved doing that. And it was so amazing seeing how honest and real people were, and they were willing to let their vulnerable side seen by the world. And that's just, I applaud them. They're so brave for doing that.
If I confess to you that it's all been a show, my heart is bleeding blue. I can't stand myself at all. And what I dread the most is if I let you too close, you'll see shadows haunting me, and you will leave me ghost. How can I love when I don't even like me? How can I love when it feels like I'm drowning? I can't escape this overwhelming pain. I wish there was a way I could be saved. How can I love when I don't even like me? I wish there was a way to open my heart to you. I feel so far away, laying here next to you. So I put on my mask and I paint on my smile. Maybe one day I'll have the strength to let you see all my skies. How can I love when I don't even like me? How can I love when it feels like I'm drowning? I can't escape this overwhelming pain. I wish there was a way I could be saved. How can I love when I don't even like me? Look up and down, I'm surrounded by darkness. Demons all around, they've turned me into heartless. Colder than a glacier, I wish I could erase the hate that I felt and the scars that I have. And I'm drowning in tears and I'm drowning in shame, and I can't escape my fears or any of this pain. To the girl who stares me in the mirror, don't let them see who you really are. How can I love when I don't even like me? How can I love when it feels like I'm drowning? I can't escape this overwhelming pain. I wish there was a way I could be saved. How can I love when I don't even like me? How can I love when it's something I don't know? Don't know. How can I love when I don't even like me?
That was How Can I Love, the most recent single from Manika. If you just tuned in, you're listening to Gritty Birds on X-Ray FM. Manika's love of pop comes from a lot of different influences.
I really liked like Michael Jackson music when I was younger. I mean, everyone like my generation like loved the Spice Girls. I did too, obviously. They're awesome. Britney Spears, Janet Jackson, Aerosmith, Alanis Morissette. Those are some of them I loved listening to.
And also singing along with.
I just always loved music. I was like really shy growing up, and that was like the one place when I was performing where I felt like most myself and not shy. And it's funny, everyone like ever since like preschool would be like, "Oh my God, is that your daughter?" Because she like won't even like talk to me, but then on stage she's like out there dancing and singing. And yeah, it's just always where I felt most comfortable, and probably a lot has to do with my culture. Because I'm part Asian, part Spanish, part European, and especially in the Asian cultures and the Spanish cultures, like music is a really big part of it. Especially like every like family get together, they always have karaoke, and some of my family are awesome singers and some are really bad, but either way they all sing at karaoke.
Her karaoke adventures have allowed her to explore some of the collaborations that she hopes to have someday.
When I do karaoke, I like singing it with other people because I think it's more fun, like with friends or family. And I like doing like really like songs that you wouldn't expect to hear at karaoke. Like I like singing the Big Butt song. Like singing like Eminem songs. Like if they have like an Eminem song on karaoke, it's like striking gold because they barely have them. So, you know, just fun. I really love doing just really fun songs, not really like sad or indulgent songs, mostly fun songs on karaoke.
Eminem is one of those artists that she's always wanted to collaborate with.
I think just like he's been around so long, so I remember like listening to his songs for as long as I can remember. You know, I mean, some of the other like newer people are just as awesome and amazing, but it's kind of just like, you know, you've been listening to them your whole life, so you're like, oh my God, they're like this huge icon I've been listening to since I was a baby. So yeah.
Who would be some other producers that you would love to work with?
Dr. Dre, he's amazing. Macklemore. Yeah, I mean, a bunch of them, but those are some. Chainsmokers.
And it's this array of artists that has helped her find out exactly what her voice is as a pop star.
Well, for me, like, I like to kind of like mix things up a lot. I say like I'm a pop singer, which means sometimes I do pop dance, sometimes I do pop ballad, sometimes I do pop rap, pop rock. So I really like don't like to like limit myself and be like, oh, I can only do, you know, this type of pop. Really just like to do a bunch of different things. So it really depends on the mood of the day I'm in. Like some days I feel like if it's like I'm feeling moody, then I want to listen to some of my sad heartbreaks pop ballad songs. If I'm like ready to go out and have fun with some of my girlfriends, then I like to listen to a pop dance or a pop rap song, you know. So it really depends on how I'm feeling, which is why I think I have such like a variety of songs I wrote over that year.
You ain't ready for this. You ain't ready for this. Manika on the rap.
Catch up on the beat.
You think you know me, but you don't. You ain't never heard a shake like me before. I can do it high and I can do it low, and I can do it every single way that you know. First saying who that, huh? If I then I can take it back. Back to my own style, Manika. I can do a million voices without even a feature. BYOB party, bring your own Bugatti. Meet me in the lobby when we're doing the Bugatti. Do the Bugatti. Lil Johnson, so I turn it up. Lil Johnson, so I turn it up. Welcome to my rock city. Too much to even touch. You can't handle this. Call me up here. I'll be busting rhymes with Busta Rhymes. I'll be Miss Busta Rhymes. Now I'll be aromas after spitting it like Nicky on the. My son's on the back. Lady, my, I'm so proud to fly. Now we'll bring it back to me and we gon' have a good time. BYOB party. Bring your own Bugatti. Meet me in the lobby. We'll be doing the Bugatti. Lil Johnson, so I turn it. We need to Lil Johnson, so I turn it.
That was BYOB Bugatti, one of Manika's latest singles. Manika always has a lot of different projects on the burner, and in order to make this possible, it means finding a really important life balance.
I think Well, it is kind of difficult when I totally switch schedules. Like, for instance, when I'm in the studio, I'll be like recording until 4 a.m. because I'm just more creative at the afternoon, evenings. And then I'll go from that to filming like the TV show, which is sometimes like a 3 a.m. call time to get hair and makeup done. So just like when I've had to like switch from one drastic schedule to the other, that's pretty difficult. I always have to make sure I like bring food with me because I never know like when you'll just need that energy boost, especially when you're working so long and not having enough sleep. Like at times I've forgotten to you get like lunch and dinner breaks, but if you're like tired and exhausted, you can't wait like 8 hours for that break. You have to make sure you bring food with you so you don't like just get low blood sugar and like feel bad when you're trying to be all energetic for the cameras.
Oh, I totally know. Whenever I get those laps, my best friend always asks me 3 questions. Have you showered? Have you eaten? Have you taken a walk?
Yeah. For me, it's the eating because I like when I'm like totally focused on something, I like totally like just forget, like, because I'm just too focused until I'm like so starving that I'm like, oh my God, why did I not eat like 2 hours ago? It just hits you all at once because you're so focused on something else. So I just always have to have like protein bars or something that's like I could eat at any moment.
With songs that have charted on Billboard, a huge social media following, and her new app, this is the advice that she had to share about success in social media.
I think the most important thing is to just get stuff out there because, you never know who might stumble across it or what might just click with the audience. So, YouTube's a great platform, SoundCloud, to just get your music out there. And also, it really helps with how you like tag your videos. So, for instance, if you just like post like a new song and you're really new, no one knows about you yet, and you just tag pop music, like there's millions of songs that have pop music tagged, yours will never pop up in the search. But if you tag really specific stuff, like think people who like One Direction's music will like your music, then you should tag like One Direction. And then not only One Direction, you should tag like a specific song of theirs that you think really resonates. And even once you get to that specific song, there's still millions. So then you should even get more specific, be like One Direction song, one thing, live performance, this date in this city. And then only that one, you're not competing against millions of other videos. So yours will actually pop up in the search, and just tag a bunch of different smaller things like that. So, you actually have a chance to be seen. And then from there, it might be a smaller people searching that, but if you tag a bunch of them, you'll end up adding up to a lot of views.
As Manika continues to put on interesting projects, creating more art, finding more opportunities to host on different reality television shows as well as her radio programs, ultimately, at the end of the day, it's about creating art for others and the experience that it brings for them.
I just love when I create something and I see that it brings light or joy to other people's lives. Just, it's such an amazing feeling knowing that something you created that wouldn't be there otherwise, other people are enjoying it, jamming out to it, or really relating to it.
You can find out more about Manika and listen to exclusive tracks on her app through iTunes, Manika. You can also listen to Manika's Love Line streaming on Dash Radio on Sundays at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This week's episode featured clips of the songs I Might Go Lesbian, Vegas Party, Just Can't Let You Go, How Can I Love, and BYOB Bugatti. Thanks for tuning in to Gritty Birds, an X-Ray FM radio show and podcast. You can follow me on socials at GRITTYBIRDS. We are also in the middle of some exciting developments. Find out more by signing up for our mailing list on our website at www.grittybirds.com or supporting us on Patreon. It is currently nomination time for Willamette Week's Best of Portland. I hope you'll consider nominating us for Best Podcast. Go to www.week.com and look for Best of Portland. Gritty Birds is produced by myself, Jeni Wren Stottrup, with the amazing support of X-Ray FM. See you again next week with Portland songwriter Christina Cano.